crazy because looking at this episode made me think about it. When has there ever been a mainstream Asian rapper?
Yeah, Young Toddler, Young Toddler, want a problem, go wild.
We know he can't be me. He's definitely not Billy.
But the real is, nobody's checking for an Asian rapper.
Are you rocking with the Asian? No chain of diapers, still the hottest with the ladies,
If it wasn't for Tony,
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning back in. I'm back with another Proud Family video, and this video is gonna be about the cultural appropriation episode. And when I say that, I know a lot of y'all like, In the episode itself, cultural appropriation is not mentioned, but when you watch it and you see what they tried to do with the storyline and with Billy Chang's character, it all makes sense. That was the underlying theme within this episode, where it's like a certain demographic is known or stereotyped for doing something or acting a certain way, being a certain way, being known for something. And when you push the boundaries of, okay, what you expect for this person to do, or, you know, black people do this, Asian people do that, white people do this. When those boundaries are pushed, a lot of people can't take that. No, even if the talent is there, a lot of people just don't take to it. It's like, no, stay in your place. And this has to do with Billy Chang from the Chang triplets being revealed to be Young Toddler, who's the biggest rapper in their world. Even relating this to today's time and today's mainstream, where it's this whole backlash when a certain race or a certain artist wants to go into a certain genre, and it's like, who gets to dictate what genre an artist does? You know, especially depending on their race. Like, an Asian guy wants to start rapping, he wants to get into hip hop. Will they get accepted? Or is it like that, oh no, you don't belong here, Asian rapper, what? They just don't get taken seriously. Even relating it to, and this is a funny one, with country music. The country music started with black people years, decades ago. But over the years, it's just been so saturated with white country artists. When black country artists try to step in, and this is before Beyonce, they just don't get a lot of shine. They just don't get the same attention or success.
Yeah. I don't want to hear that.
Speaking of this episode and dealing with an Asian guy or even a girl wanting to get into hip hop and the rap culture and the genre, this is where we lead to that discussion and debate of cultural appropriation versus cultural appreciation. Will people accept you for your talent, or will people just reject you because you just don't belong? You look like an outsider. You don't look like the average rapper. And honestly, before I get into this episode, watching it from the beginning and looking at the title, I was like, this is gonna be one of those filler episodes. I was like, yeah, whatever, I just watch it. You know how they do. They have those episodes with a theme or a message. Then they have like those little fun episodes in between, little crazy, zany, no message episodes. But as I was watching it, I was like, So this episode begins with Penny at Teen Rogue, a playoff of Teen Vogue. She's working off her debt in this magazine. The boss of this magazine discovers Young Toddler.
At this very moment, Young Toddler is the hottest thing in rap. Why have I never heard of him?
Like I said earlier, he's the hottest rapper out. She just discovered him. She wants an exclusive story on him. You know, in this day and age, you got to get the hottest scoop. You got to get the latest on the hottest rappers, the hottest celebrities. Young Toddler is the hottest thing out. She wants an exclusive on him. Like, who is this Young Toddler? Because that's his disguise, dressing as a baby. And it's a play off like the little rap names, like the little this, little that, or baby this, baby that. You know, every other rapper got a little or baby in their name. It's a play off of that. But he uses the toddler aesthetic as his disguise. She wants to know, who is the real Young Toddler?
Why have I never heard of him? This Young Toddler has more views than Bad Bunny. Act like real reporters and find me the real Young Toddler.
They just not giving her the answer she wants. She ends up firing basically all of them. And Penny convinces her that she can give her the exclusive.
I can find out who Young Toddler is.
You have my attention.
So they come up with the deal. Penny gives her the exclusive of who Young Toddler is. She's gonna make Penny a writer, a reporter at the Teen Rogue. Penny is panicking. She's telling her friends, and they're all trying to figure out, okay, how are we gonna start this process of figuring out who Young Toddler is? And they're even in the store. They're in the convenience store where Billy Chang works, and she's brainstorming, and they're all asking people, and they're not even paying Billy no attention.
I've asked every kid at school who Young Toddler is, and nobody knows.
We know he can't be me. He's definitely not Billy.
You see, this is where it all begins. They didn't even consider Billy. They didn't even consider asking him about who Young Toddler is. He was the furthest from their mind because they just don't associate this Asian guy with knowing about rap or even consider that he could even be Young Toddler. Billy Chang is just basically irrelevant to them because they just don't connect the two. This popular rapper with this Asian guy, they just can't see it. With this, Penny soon comes to find out that Dejanay is one of Young Toddler's biggest fans, or should I say stans, and she has like this whole collection of him. She has all these pictures all over her wall. She's one of his biggest stans. When she's looking through all her collection, Dejanay shows her some pictures. She actually says that she stalks him. One of the pictures, she sees a hand tattoo of a pacifier, and she takes it and she uses that as her key evidence into finding out who Young Toddler is.
Ooh, you mind if I take this?
Back at home, Penny is talking to her family about it, and Oscar comes up with a plan to get Detective Igloo to help Penny find out who Young Toddler is.
Look, I need you to come over. I got a job for you. A paying job.
Mr. Igloo, please!
Although they try to play Detective Igloo like he's just like an amateur, he actually ends up finding out who Young Toddler is, and he tells Penny to meet him at the store. She gives him some type of like brisket sandwich, and he tells her, oh yeah, he's right in there. So Penny goes into the store, and all she sees is Billy.
Mr. Igloo, did you find out who the hand belongs to?
I like the way you do business, Brittany Proud. He's inside. You can't miss him.
She's in the store now, and Penny is still not connecting the two, just like before. She sees Billy behind the counter, and there's no other customers. So she's just like, damn, like, okay. It's not clicking yet. She goes to the counter, she buys some type of candy bar, and Billy gives her back the change. And as he's giving her the change, she sees the pacifier tattoo in his hand, and it finally connects.
Just give me a whiz finger. You got a pacifier tattoo? Billy? You're Young Toddler?
Now it's finally revealed that Billy Chang is Young Toddler, and then he doesn't want his father to hear because his father works in the back too.
My dad will hear you.
He pulls her to the side and they have a discussion about it, and they're going back and forth, and he lets Penny know, I don't want people to find out my real identity because they're going to see that I'm Asian. They're not going to like me anymore. They're not going to take me seriously. People don't take Asian rappers seriously.
But the real is, nobody's checking for an Asian rapper.
And it's true. Penny and her friends didn't even take him seriously enough to even ask him, does he know about Young Toddler? And he was the one that was Young Toddler.
We know he can't be me. He's definitely not Billy.
When you were in here the other day looking for Young Toddler, you didn't even ask me if I knew him or even consider that I could be him.
And like I even said in the beginning, he asks Penny, name a popular Asian rapper. And even she has a hard time.
Name me an Asian rapper that people like.
No.
Relating this back to real life. You know, this is for the show. Real life, can you name a popular Asian rapper, a popular mainstream Asian rapper, even within the last 10, 15, 20, 25 years? Can you? People have this thing where it's like the stereotypes and what's expected from a demographic. Now, of course, black men, black women rapping, that's like the given, that's the norm. You even have like the Latino, the Spanish rappers, that's a given, that's a norm. People will even accept white rappers before they accept an Asian rapper. And sometimes the white rappers be more successful than the black rappers.
Down like that, okay?
I could think of 3 off the top of my head. Eminem, duh. Macklemore, even Macklemore, back in the day, he won a Grammy for like best rap song or best rap album, and that was a lot of controversy. And for a woman, Iggy Azalea. Y'all remember when Iggy Azalea, those of y'all old enough to remember, like 10 years ago, she was like the hottest rapper out? And she was even hotter than Nicki Minaj at the time. Y'all remember that? Another one, Jack Harlow. Like, these are mainstream rappers that had great success. Great mainstream success. Now, can you think of a popular Asian rapper? I'm talking about not underground, not freestyle, not because I know there's some battle rappers. I'm talking about popular mainstream Asian rappers. You hear them all over the radio, you see their videos all over TV. They get millions and billions of views, millions and billions of streams. They're all over the performing at the award shows, the Grammys, the VMAs. They winning Grammys. Like, I can't think of no popular Asian mainstream rapper in the last few decades, years, or months. When videos go viral of like Asian guys rapping, and you know, they got like that whole aesthetic. They got like the grills in their mouth, or they have certain outfits on, you know, with the caps to the back, or a bandana, or certain like hip hop rapper aesthetic, and it goes viral. A lot of people don't take it seriously. It goes viral because a lot of people are laughing at it, ridiculing it, like, oh, they want to be black so bad. Oh, culture vultures. Oh, cultural appropriation. That's all the discussion is. Even when the talent may be there, you know, they may like it, but just because it's an Asian guy rapping, it's an automatic, you know what I'm saying? Like, people just don't take to it. People just can't see it. People just won't accept it. And you think about it with K-pop. K-pop is like, oh, that's where, you know, especially in this market, in the music market, K-pop, they excel. That's where it's like, oh, that's expected to see a group of Korean guys being mainstream, having all these fans, stans, and having all the success. #1 records, awards, sold out stadium tours. But you reverse it. What if it was a K-pop group with a black guy in it? Do you think that would be a successful group? Penny and Billy are having this conversation, and she's telling him like she would want to write a story about him for the magazine, and he's like, no, you can't reveal my identity. I don't want you to reveal my identity because it's gonna mess up my career.
Sorry, you can't write that article.
Penny's at the crossroads where she's like, she made a promise to Billy not to expose him or out him, but then she's like, damn, if I do, I get promoted. I'm gonna be a reporter. I'm gonna start making money at this magazine company. Penny is at home about to write the article, and she has a dilemma. Should she expose who Young Toddler is, being Billy Chang, or should she just be secretive about it, keep his secret?
You can't write that article.
Next, we see her back at Teen Rogue with the boss, and she's about to explain to her, "Ooh, I know who he is, but I don't want to expose him." She snatches the paper from her and...
The real Young Toddler. Young Toddler remains a mystery, but his music... What is this nonsense?
I'm sorry, but I gave him my word.
In a way, she was never really hired at the magazine place. The lady ends up hiring her and then firing her just to make Penny feel bad. And Penny's just like, whatever, it is what it is. Now, Young Toddler, all along, in the next few days, Young Toddler, Billy, was gonna have this big concert in the Wiz Dome. But before he starts performing, he comes out of the stage and he gives a speech to the audience, and he basically reveals himself to be Billy Chang.
Emilyville, here I am.
And the audience starts booing him. And then it goes back into the thing where it's like, before y'all knew he was Asian, y'all was rocking with his music, y'all was all there, the tour was sold out, it's packed. Now, going on to what he said earlier with Penny, once they found out I'm Asian, they're not gonna like me, da-da-da-da-da. He takes off his Young Toddler disguise, reveals himself to be Asian, and they all start booing him.
Could somebody please make it make sense?
Billy takes it all in, as he kind of expected that to happen, and he's like, whatever, he just starts performing.
Hey yo, DJ Blaze, drop that beat. Yeah. You know it's Young Toddler.
As soon as he starts performing, the audience all of a sudden switches and they start cheering him on because y'all liked his music anyway. You just found out he was Asian and now you're booing him. He starts performing and he brings Penny on stage with him and they start dancing, they start having a good time, and I actually kind of like the song.
Guess the cat's out the bag, I'ma cash out my tab. Say goodbye to Young Toddler. What if all you jokers found out and laugh? Are you rocking with the Asian? No chain of diapers, still the hottest with the ladies. They don't mess with baby B. Yeah, so they don't wanna believe.
Your image is an important part when it comes to music and the genre and whatever music you want to perform. Image plays a huge part, as this episode showed, and you can see in real life. But with this, Billy just let the music speak for itself, and the crowd loved him anyway, like they always did. What did y'all guys think of this episode? I really liked it. Within the American music industry, when it comes to like genres that's considered more for like black people, you got hip hop, you got R&B. You don't really see no mainstream Asian rappers, mainstream Asian R&B singers. People just won't take to it. Even though we know there's a lot of Asian people out there that can sing really well, rap really well, but people just cannot connect it to. A lot of people consider that cultural appropriation. Not appreciation for the culture. They consider that cultural appropriation. Oh, you're a culture vulture. Oh, go back. Oh, you don't belong here. Da 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 da. They just don't see it being a great fit. What do y'all think about that? To me, I feel like talent is talent. If you have the talent to rap, you have the talent to sing, whatever genre you want, there's nothing wrong with that. Now, the cultural appropriation part is when it's like, okay, you see some Asian guys, they grew up a certain way. By the time they become a teenager or in their 20s, they start talking a certain way and dressing a certain way, and you now all of a sudden you want to say the N-word, oh yeah, my nigga, all that kind of stuff. That's where it's like, whoa. Now, okay, it's one thing if you want to rap, but now you want to talk like, you didn't grow up talking like that. Now you trying to be something you're not. That's where I feel like the problem comes in. But if you have the talent to rap, you have the talent to sing, I don't see nothing wrong with that. What is y'all opinion on this episode and the whole idea of cultural appropriation versus cultural appreciation? And how do you think this episode handled that? I cannot wait to get this discussion started. This is always going to be a big topic, a big debate, a big discussion. I can't wait to read your thoughts. Please don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Thank you for watching and listening. I'll see y'all in the next video.
Are you rocking with the Asian? No chain of diapers, still the hottest with the ladies.